Alright, we are now live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? Or tonight, or wherever the hell you are. Maybe you could be watching this as an archive 30 years from now, I don't know. Perhaps by that point the YouTube algorithm might actually launch me to fame. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I've seen it happen before. Anyway, so how was your day? I spent the day going down an interesting rabbit hole. Because after viewing the meme enough times, I finally looked at that music video Mask, which was understandably bad. That's why it's a meme in the first place. But believe it or not, I had no idea who Dream was. Never heard of him before. Maybe that makes me old. Or maybe it means I just don't watch any kind of Minecraft Let's Player content. Because let's face it, I haven't done any of that since I was in like high school. Like early high school. Back when I still was obsessed with Rage comics, especially Trollface. My autistic youth. Anyways, let's see, where did we leave off? Last time we had just woken up, we are in withdrawal. Apparently we can retry that logic test. Am I a god? No, I am not. By the way, hi Mickey. How are you doing today? I am no more immortal than anyone else. And the disgusting state of my body proves that.
The door is closed.
Oh, that's right, I remember what happens on day 2. That's good, that's good. Why don't you tell me about your day? Anything particularly exciting happen?
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Oh, you got a YouTube channel? Hold on, let me search it up. Now you got me interested. Problem is, if I look up Mickey Mouse, I am not going to find... I'm definitely not going to find your channel. Yeah, I'm not. Unfortunately. I don't upload on this YouTube channel anymore. Oh, really? What's the other channel called? Well, let's see. Elysium Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Why do you have a rough night's sleep?
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Nice! Oh, that's where I got skill point! Okay, I definitely shouldn't waste it, though. I should probably save it for something really important. Although I do want to put points into volition. Are there many of them? Maybe we should call for reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
which I intend to do.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
True that, Authority. But yeah, what's this other channel? I'd love to see your content.
Streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
So, I only recently learned that if I have the tab button on, not the tab button, the caps lock. It's called I, yes, and my second channel after my favorite video game character. Huh, don't know that video game character. Gonna have to look that up too. Yeah, I see a... Oh, Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, I never played those games at all. I do know just a slight bit about them. I think I've played similar games at some point in my life. But yeah, on Twitter, I usually don't hand my Discord out to just anyone. Not yet at least. We'll wait and see. But yeah, Twitter or maybe via email. I do have an email account after all. Do I even link it in the description of my streams? I don't think I do. Maybe I should. It's in the About page. But anyways, yeah. Love to see your content. Also, what game are you trolling your friends in? You talked about that earlier. Oh wait, her. I need to talk to her. I think she has more stuff to say to me.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Dark Deception. I've heard about that. What? Dark Deception. I've heard that name somewhere. Now I need to look this up. Hold on. Oh, that game! Oh, now I remember. Yeah, Gura was playing it. That was one of the first games she played, and it was hilarious. Howdy, Lena. What's kicking? Har.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The Union office
No, but she did play Dark Deception. It was one of the first games she streamed in. Oh my god, it was hilarious. It was, oh god, it was so much fun. She stopped after a while. It got too hard for her or something. But yeah, also, I remember that game because I think, it was something that Video Game Donkey said. He said, like, Pac-Man was the original survival horror game, and I absolutely agree. When you think about it, Pac-Man was like Outlast before Outlast existed.
probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Oh, it got cut, didn't it?
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Yes, definitely. Why do you need to use the phone anyways?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, Alibi, has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
Really?
He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
You have more important things to worry about.
Because she could use an explorer, press controller, and Q at the same time. I think she did stop at the carnival. Either that or the sewer with all the ducks. I know she made a Shuba joke. But yeah, that was one of her really, really early streams. Fuck. Hollow Yan's been almost a year old now. It really is almost a year old. Holy shit. What was this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday.
Wait, who's this
Why
Gary
are we
person?
keeping them?
Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
Oh. Not how I had mine.
He's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
I think I might have read that wrong. But okay. No Yowie today. No old man Yowie today. Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
Indeed there is.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Well, Inland Empire hasn't been wrong before.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we played cool, but...
It's just a little side thing. We'll do it down the line.
If you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
So, your enemy is some... Sorry. Fuck. I'm reading Mickey's comment while I'm also reading this. So, your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Like Knuckle of Ease?
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
I mean, maybe cryptids like me don't want to be found because we don't want people to look in horror at our fleshless figures. Have you ever considered that, lady? How rude of you.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Yes, I knew it was good to keep the green ape pen.
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I want to know everything about cryptozoology. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
How was my day? It actually went a little rougher than I'd like, because I was supposed to have a collab with someone. If you watched my last stream, you might have seen her. Her name was Platinum Lily. She's a really kind soul, but as it turns out, she doesn't have a good sleep schedule, because she didn't get back to me until an hour after we were supposed to get together. By that time, I just canceled the stream. But I ended up using the time wisely. I ended up fixing some things with my PayPal account, which hopefully worked this time, unlike the other 3 times. Which means I'll also be able to commission artists more, help grow my channel. Tell me more about this rare insect.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about this insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Phasmid?
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the insular Indian coast.
I'm not going to recite the now dated and old stick bug meme.
Hence its
And you
name,
can't make
the
me.
insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Has there ever been a ghost bug type in Pokemon? I haven't played Pokemon since Gen 5, so I have no idea. So newspaper clipping is all about the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the insular Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Fair point. Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Okay, so what's special about the stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Tell me about this Morel character. Looks, relationship, character, blah. I can't read.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Never thought of it that way. Let's try this again. If we're going to meet him on the streets, what do I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How'd you two meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Alright.
I hope I've been useful.
I was gonna say something. What was it? Something related to what she was talking about. I forget now. Now, I could put that skill point into suggestion, but I'm... let's not. Because I know I'm gonna need it for other more important stuff. Stuff to do with the mystery itself. Also, I still need to make sure... Why couldn't I talk to him about it before?
Fuck does Kuno care? Fuck do you want with it?
So magnesium.
Vitamin pig? Don't you know anything?
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Come on, it's just magnesium, don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Good call, pig. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Probably eat a dog, because that will only last a very small fleeting amount of time, while prison can last forever. I mean, I might hesitate if it was my own dog, because I love my dog. But no, seriously, it's not giving us the... I want magnesium-based life form, give it to me! Whatever the fuck. Let's get back to business.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced.
Yeah, let's commit to it.
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
They can get him down.
Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
Good job, we already found a way in the harbor.
Hooray for us.
Want to be dangerous?
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Evrard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to accomplish this feat ourselves.
Well, I don't have a gun and you don't have the hand-eye coordination skill. I know how this works.
Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches.
Okay, how much of the dog do I have to eat? Also, is it allowed to be cooked and seasoned? Closed for winter, please use... Oh yeah, that shit. Oh yeah, this fucker, we haven't talked to him yet.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Yeah, I know, Ravishol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Wait, he's Japanese then? Because the Japanese were definitely isolationist. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely eat a steak. I'll definitely eat a dog steak if it means I don't have to go to prison.
It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Like, there is no hesitation there, my friend. What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
So we are in limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch in the shoulder.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites. You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Let's see the soles of your boot.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern. The wind howls over the bay of Rivershore, a cascade of cold air flowing through the tangled city streets.
Alright, here's a question for you, Mickey. Let's reverse the situation on you. Would you rather go to jail than eat a dog steak? Is that a map of Ravishal?
It sure is.
Why do you have a map on your boot? But why? Yeah, exactly why.
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
I'll do the dog. Why'd you have to say, I'll do the dog? Why you have to say it like that? So what is this invasion anyway? Sounds like more immigrant bashing. You don't understand. You're stomping on Ravishal every day, don't you?
No, it's not like that. You don't get it. It's when I kick them, you know? Oh, fuck it. It's too complex for you.
What was that argument all about? Okay, I'm a weird person. What was that argument about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Well, fuck you, I won't be intimidated. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're the prime example of superior design. Alright, see you, Mickey. Thanks for stopping by.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
You know, I love that this game tackles issues like racism. And, like, and it does it in a surprisingly non-biased way. Like, you could agree with him if you really wanted to. Like, I find that interesting. One thing I hate is when, like, games like these sort of restrict you down the path and say, no, you can't be the villain. It's like, well, fuck you.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Isn't this the racist guy's lorry? What kind of stickers and insignias?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
What about the seat?
The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Okay, I think we do have to interrogate him at some point, if I remember correctly.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I found this mug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Uh-huh. Interesting response, fuckhead. Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long have they been going then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of car are you supposed to pick up?
Apples?
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Damn it.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
This guy's voice is different, I think.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Yes, definitely a different voice actor.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
It's always nice to have a dialogue. That's what I think is most important in life, is to have a dialogue, even if you don't like the person. What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any side yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
By the way, welcome to whoever it is joining the chat. Thank you for coming. If you just joined, we spent the morning, shit-talking some racist dude.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
And trying to find a cryptozoologist.
So do we, Scott.
Hi, Mallow. How you doing? What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
How come you're built like a brick shithouse on the, but the other guys are so scrawny?
I work hard, and I would work even harder if the fuckers would let us work!
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
Yes.
No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What exactly is your goal here? Where are you from? Let's ask that first.
What's it to you?
I thought you... Curiosity, going to figure the strike, mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Alright, got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know Barra's has been thrown out from several. I'll be honest here. Maybe that's where you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I've, might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you weren't able to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Is he now?
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like, all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I'm going to leave right now. Alright, I don't have to go through the... I might have to ask Everett, actually, fuck. Alright, well, let's talk to Measurehead.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
This character's funny.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
This character is so entertaining. Puff out your chest, say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
If you say so. Come on, no voice. What do you mean no voice line? Come on.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Shut up, thought. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body's important. I'm with the police and I have police business with you.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
But what is Al-Ghul?
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
By the way, hi to whoever just joined the stream. Welcome. You mean alcohol?
Correct, my small skull servant.
Just my breath. Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
I don't have a problem with alcohol. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Sandwich race is waning.
The Sandwich race. I love this character so much.
Show him the ham still got it.
I'm the police. I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Kind of interesting that, like, one of the most blatantly racist characters in this game isn't even white. Like, that's an interesting thing a lot of people don't think about.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Of course, it's not even about being white, it's just about being part of the non-colonial, quote-unquote, race. It's a very interesting concept they made for this character. Like I said, it's one of the reasons I like this game. It's very weird and, like, makes you think about things you never thought of before. This is going nowhere. It really ain't. I think I'm gonna talk to Everett. Oh, before I go any further...
Yes?
Sorry, cops. Sylvie's suicide joke. Roy mentioned suicide. Come on.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure.
There we go.
They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
What? No, that can't be right. Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on the case because I fuck up? I'm a fuck up. Like, as a joke.
I've considered it.
So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Goodest of good... I didn't read that. But I think it means I got his respect.
There are no airtight theories, just paranoia. You've given it some thought. Now let it go.
Alright, let's go. Oh shit, I never talked to the kid on the balcony. I know I'm supposed to get there eventually. Anyway, so that was your evening. Also, what did I talk to this guy about that thing?
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Really?
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? It's for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hello, who makes in the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
That would be interesting. What's in there? Also, who's talking to that guy? Measurehead? I don't know a lot of, like, foreigners that are also part of the Union. Very interesting.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Go fuck yourself. Can you help me with the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Say nothing.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
No shit.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race signs. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race signs. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy. See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Alright, you scumbag. I did not know about that borscht thing last time I played this game. I really gotta look into that now. This is like stuff that's starting to surprise even me. That's the thing though, every time I play this game, like, I'm always finding new shit. By the way, I've never beaten it. I've restarted different profiles numerous times. Oh, hi Mickey. I restarted this game numerous times, but I never really finished it. And that's why I'm doing it on stream, because it gives me a sense of responsibility that I have to finish it, you know? Like, I can't move on to anything else until I beat this game at least once. Because this is a long-ass game. It helps if there's voice acting too, because if I start reading too long, like, the words just stop going through, you know? Anyways, what's up, Mickey? See you're back. What's been going on with you? Alright, Measurehead. I tattled on your boss, now get the thing down.
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
Oh, you were cooking. What were you cooking?
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
This guy's insane. I love him.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Cooking vomit, huh? Ooh, pasta. Nice.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I love how you can subscribe to his fucking racer. You know what? Let's do it for shits and giggles. Let's see what happens.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Okay. Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what the different races are.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
I might wreck my friend in Monsters Immortal soon.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about Type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Shut up, Thought.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Uh-huh. This guy is insane.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Clogs on their feet, so they're Dutch? But I'm Dutch.
You know them by the names of their nation states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Someone's had to put together, like, a chart of the different continents here, right? Because, like, I can never keep track of the geography of this game.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
I would assume puddle water is cleaner. Okay, got it. Who are the type A, then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Uh-huh.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Uh-huh.
Proven by the mound and the mask, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep skipping through this because this guy is getting boring now.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
That's actually a difficult one because I actually know, Miggy, that both are pretty dirty oftentimes.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Interesting.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholiers, they are mud-colored people.
Wait, aren't you? Mud-colored?
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an distinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
So that's what I am, right?
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
So wait, you become white by shooting guns and colonializing. Okay.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
I could imagine this guy wearing a fedora. I think he'd wear a fedora, don't you? I feel like he would.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yes, better not go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself.
Yeah, no.
Lost, though. I cannot possibly imagine.
Yeah, just get the buy down, fuckhead.
You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
I think your accent's slipping there, dude.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Oh, yes. Fuck, I thought.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Won't that mean we're taking orders from the Union?
Yes. That is precisely what it means, homunculus.
Fuck you.
This is not going to happen any other way.
Lieutenant Wolf, we don't do that.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. Hey,
alright.
See that they stay here the whole time.
There is another path you can take where you can absolutely beat the shit out of him, like Kung Fu style. But I'm not spec'd for it. I certainly would like to, though. Because man, that's badass.
Follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I wish I could see it too.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
I work for whoever I want. Hello to whoever just joined. Welcome.
Shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
We did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
I love how complex this guy can be. But you're all part of the Union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonies.
I love how he calls them manlets.
Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Isn't Everett the Union boss, though? White?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Uh-huh.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Interesting. Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My gem is mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not?
Oh, thanks. I'll check it out after my stream's done then.
From rock and roll songs?
I got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup R4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
You were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Ravishol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
Oh yes, the Pale! The wild Pale yonder, I know about that. So you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
I love how that's his response. No big wall of text.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Ooh, let's do it. So you're not really Seminoles. You're just from Ravishol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Ravachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I don't know. He's weird and crazy. Tim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
How do you know there'll be an ex-racist?
There always is.
Fair. That's very fair.
Race is reality.
What are those tattoos on you supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Huh.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
So is that why you're called Measurehead? You sure I'm not, superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur la Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Ubi! Interesting. So one of my ancestors was a Sir whatever.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
I want to see this guy on a podcast. He'd be a very interesting guest.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
Alright. Oh, wait.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Where is it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law officer, the sentence, in a sense, they sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstar that we've worked so hard to establish.
Not particularly, but I do know of, like, some decent prank calls. I've listened to a few Jerky Boy records. There was some fun stuff. The roofing one's probably my favorite. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
You know, not roofie, roofing with an ing. Where he talks about how he throws his wife down into the car from the roof out of pure anger. He's like, I fired the fuckers down to the fucking yard. It's a lot more hilarious when he talks, but he's like, my wife was poking up there, making like she knows this, that, and the other thing. I fired her down to the car. It's just the guy's reaction to it all. And then there's the punitive damage one. That one was hilarious. I think it was actually voiced by the guy who does Mort in Family Guy. It certainly sounds like it. And he's like, yeah, they started rubbing sand in my AFC nipples, and they started calling me bad names and stuff. And then the lawyer's like, we can't help you. He's like, well, can I sue you then? Me? Why do you want to sue me? For punitive damages. Yeah, suing a lawyer who can't help you for punitive damages. That's fucking genius, that is. I believe the character's name is Saul Rosenberg.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Alright, go ahead, Mickey. I'll still be here.
No, this one is a monster in disguise.
Really? Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. Fuck you, Kim. I'm still talking to her.
Still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Weird, I know I've talked to her before. Well, whatever, I still need to go to that kid's apartment. I forgot to do that yesterday. Yeah, he does. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor. Right, no, wrong place. Oh yeah, this woman! That's a good... Is it a good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Phenomenal.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Good then.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help for a policeman?
What with?
Maybe your husband is missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
Where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
How do you not know where your husband is, bitch?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is that you really don't know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I could totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
That wasn't as fun as you thought? Well, alright then. Guess it wasn't as fun as you thought.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's alright not knowing where your husband is. Nothing shameful about that.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
No, I haven't. I'll try to look that up later, though. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where are they? I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
What if something awful happened? What if they're in the sewers?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier? Why am I doing this?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
I could use a farty. A farty. I could use a party. A killer party. Not a lame-o one.
A killer party? What is it with you and Pulp Staples? My god. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Meanwhile, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
Just one more question. What do you mean by calling me a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or
Ooh.
your heraldic bird?
Let's do that. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Watch your browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
I know for a fact that you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
I suspect I may possess supernatural abilities.
No, you don't.
Just give me a cigarette, please.
I already told you I don't have any. Go bother someone else.
No.
She's lying. She's goddamn lying. She has smokes.
Do you know... No, give me a cigarette, okay? I know you're lying.
Sorry, officer.
Do you know I can get any back?
The kiosk? There's one.
Okay,
She
thanks.
sighs.
Moving on.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Okay, I know there's a way to, like, engage in a dialogue to make her think you're a communist. Just have to remember how to get into it. Anyways. Can I please get in this building now? Who's messaging me on Discord? I thought I turned the notifications off while I streamed. You know what'd be nice? If you could change the Discord notification or like customize it. That way you know it's a streamer who's doing it, not you. Deep fried cockatoo.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the cold room yours?
Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess I'll have to do. No, I'll go with really or minor.
Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Not the nicest place, but I guess I'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
Shoot, Piggy.
Alright, wasn't even supposed to go this way anyways. Deep fried cocktail. I wonder what that tastes like. Oh wait, what's this? This wasn't here before. Yay, money! I think I have enough to pay rent now, actually. Balcony. This is where I wanted to go. Someone is watching from within, alright. The door, nothing here for you right now. So this is this room, right?
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
What are you talking about?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. So, tonight at 9 p.m.?
Sure. Sounds good.
Tonight at 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
Alright, well that's one I can cross off my list. Now to inspect the body. Actually, before I continue... what else is there on this map? Cargo container door. Oh, yeah, that! I can retry that? Seriously? Wait, is that the only one I can retry right now? Yeah, by the looks of it.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved?
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
What did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband! The missing husband!
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne, I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
Aye aye, Captain. Aye aye, Sancho. Sancho Authority. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you don't know where he is. Well, I found him nevertheless, I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
Points to the working class drunk down. Oh, is this the one where you can get her to think you're a communist?
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
I'm not saying what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ah, blam. Knew it.
But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park, or in Shamrock somewhere. Drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me, or do we have a missing person case here?
I wouldn't be so sure. Ma'am, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
Not at all. RCM is ready to chase down, every goofball, in town. Who cares? We care about you.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
Aw.
Alright, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
Ha! So let me guess, he's disco?
Oh, thank God, no.
Fuck
It
you.
hasn't come down to this yet.
Fuck you, what's wrong with disco? Why did you say your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, that jacket's really cool. Then I could totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
Hopefully.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got this, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Yes, I will bring him home to you.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Was this the kind of dedicated behavior that led me to getting burnt out as a cop to begin with?
She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
We'll see about that. There is one more thing I want to get to first.
crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Okay, so here's something I want to know. Yep, this helps with visual calculus. Should probably be wearing this now. And why not?
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Let's not try this yet, actually. I might fuck it up.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
By the way, how long are these gonna take? New 10 minutes. Nice. Field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything.
Oh, wait. Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
I don't think I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it, it's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard, that only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating the strike. She could have information.
No need for a distraction, let's do this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Clap your gloved hands, let's do this. Actually, it appears to have forgotten what a field autopsy is.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel for it?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in it.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I don't know, what do you mean?
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
Where should I take these notes in my paperwork?
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copy of paper.
Open the ledger and file the autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, the gloaming. Right, Raphael Ambrosius. Let's do it.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribbling. Just lies there. The next box says
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803. Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Right, wavy =sign 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook. Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, fucky.
Naively, the lieutenant does not double-check your notes.
El bigo mistako, Lieutenant!
The fucking necktie. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyways?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers. We should start the post-mortem.
Turn page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, loony Rooney.
Enough.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Alright, here we go.
Cop of the apocalypse. It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event. But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no, the event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass, the stars, all will be rolled back. By whom, by what, and how, you don't know. All you know is, you're not joking around.
By the wild pale yonder. It's not that useful. But whatever, we'll keep it for now. We spent this much time getting it. Anyways.
The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Write down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Good choice. Or good idea.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch corpse hair before moving on.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke his hair gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head.
Keep petting him.
More hair
Head pats
to the glove. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape.
Give him head pats.
There, dead man. You were someone's child. It's all over now.
There, baby.
The lieutenant watches you in silence.
Write down short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
That was some sick shit, Sekopa.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down, but I meant for high velocity.
Ligature mark. Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
A joyous little bubble of rot.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to
The
cut.
belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread, rising from the east. After
Yes!
some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Right down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
I was trying to get a psychic read.
No, you weren't, officer. That would be preposterous. Just write down that we request a semen, vaginal, and anal fluids analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Inspect the genitals!
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Touch it!
Doesn't feel like anything. A cold spot under your gardening gloves. Unremarkable and unalive.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
Worth it for 5 XP.
This wasn't necessary. What's going on here? Why are you doing that?
I'm detecting police work. Doesn't have to be solicited. It's an experiment to see what happens.
The lieutenant is unaware of what's happening in your head and why you're touching it. He merely expects you to write down his notes on the man's genitalia so you can move on.
Write it down. Add semen sample.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier. A mercenary?
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Write it down.
Last item. Hands.
Pick up the hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from? And what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Kobo. What can I do for you, Il Kobo di Cappadocia?
Pleasure to meet you. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once for tenderness and kisses yourself. But then shit went south. And now, you're ahead of even me on the pain front.
Damn.
We should do this more often. Be close like this. I mean...
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Nope. Right, NA.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Gross.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Right down.
Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look down inside the man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
That's right. Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness. There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Write down NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
We already have one test as per regulation, and we already requested semen.
Pigs requested semen like it's no big deal.
Is he touching it again? What is wrong with these mulpers?
Can we change it to toxicology? Seems prudent.
At a request, then. We'll know if drugs or poisons remain in his blood. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with it.
Right, and a toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write down.
Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write down.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal. Post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Which is what I made sure to write down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
B. Non-fatal. Post-mortem.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Turn the page back.
The corpse lay slouched to the side, oblivious to its surroundings. The field autopsy form describes his state in 3 parts.
All right. Bite marks, contusions on head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion. Fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Nice.
Well,
Chris, how'd it go?
We established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps the drink is in order. Later, I mean.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
Hold on, but what about the bullet? I might be spoiling this, but there's a bullet in this man, and I know there is. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Oh, damn.
Holy
shit!
Out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh. First with your fingertips. It's right under the palm of your hand.
A 5 and a 6. God damn. God damn.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Roll up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Touch something else.
You're not far. It'll come to you. Keep crawling.
Put your finger in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Say fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer.
Ooh. Touch it with your finger. Gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
If you say so, physical. Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
Yeah, rip reptilian brain. Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Quivering with awe.
Yeah. Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Punch a hole through his mouth.
The cartilage gives in with a crack, like some fruit. Just like that, your hand is in his head. Strange fluid streams down your wrist, and then you feel it with the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Ooh.
The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Her voice is absolutely sizzling with excitement.
I feel a solid object here, right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Okay, we have a 97% chance. If I can't get this, I'm ending the stream right now by Alt F4 and before it can quick save. Because fuck this, I don't care, I'm safe coming this if I have to. Yes!
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead. Dabba doop doop.
Dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
Exactly.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Maybe the bolt holds the answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic. Detective.
So hold on, do I... Let's see. Get a reality lowdown. Who made the call? Find booze and drink it. Who put the clothes in the trash? Where's the rest of the armor? Get the hangman's boots. Alright. We're gonna try getting that later tonight. Because we can.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me, Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
I'll be there for you, Kuno.
Yeah.
I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know, it could lead to the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Alright, Aaron, tell me, what's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Urban survival shit. That's an interesting idea.
Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust ya. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, the racist mug have anything to do with it. Yes, does this quite better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone tampered with the crime scene. Clean up some...
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique, too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Welcome to whoever just joined. If you're new to this, I just finished reaching into the mouth of a dead man and pulling out a bullet. And it was glorious. What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Hold on. Used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
What do you mean by kipped?
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
You mean the woman by the whirling rigs? That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it?
Armor.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Oh, him. What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows? So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Interesting, I think I will.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
There are contusions over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
I hate words too.
Words are fucking shit. Make you stupid. Kuno's got his own words now. Kuno words.
More about this later.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright. Now, what's next? Let's see. Find the money for the rent, explore the whirling rig, secret passages. Buy founds. Fuck, they're gonna be expensive though. Wash off the death smell. Once you have some privacy. Okay, so I gotta do it at night. Sing the victim's vital processing, interview the... I'll do that later. Find working class husband. Find your heraldic... yeah, I gotta find him about cockatoos. The special borscht. Alright, I got a lot of skill points. I do want to hold off, though, for just a little bit longer. Ooh, nice.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Alright.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Alright, well this is a good enough excuse to start putting points in here. I can't, can I? Fuck, I need to find some way to raise the cap. Damn it, how do I raise the cap? See, it's still gonna take like an hour. Fuck. Alright, what else could I put points in then? Because I got a lot of points here. Could put a point in the rhetoric for that shipping container. What do you think I should do? Hamu, hamu. I might get rid of this, though. Well, for now,
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever anyways.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Nothing happens.
Push it harder. Dragon Quest Builder 2. Never heard of it. Sorry. Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Release the lever.
The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. So, wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Fair. Hey, what's this?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
March through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
They totally changed the guy's voice actor. Let's conceptualize.
No luck.
Figures.
All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Put the visor back.
Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's...
What's this over here? Let's talk to this guy later. Right now, I want to go to the Whirling and talk about that borscht. Because that was interesting. Grand Quest Builder 2. Let's look that up. Got interesting scores. Maybe I'll check it out later. It's getting late, though. And there's this guy who's here for, like, no reason. Yeah, exactly. Let's talk to Gart first.
Can I help you?
I need a drink. 241. Oh no, this one.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I saw a sign that says I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be some, pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
Ooh.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
He knows something. So the phone line is dead?
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
No, something nefarious is definitely afoot.
If you say so.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
Lena. I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable. Let's do that.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
Can do.
Yes?
About my bill for
Got
tonight.
the 20 real?
Here it is.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yep, I'll have to work on that.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Exactly.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind the door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Leo said you're friends with Mania, is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
What are you making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer, with his brow arched.
Shake your head no.
Boars need more vodka?
Vodka.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Turn finger clockwise. Listen to the necktie!
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Maybe. I don't know. Despite being in NEAT, I am somehow very busy with my life, probably because my brain is all over the place. I'll have to see. Maybe in due time. Can I have some of the brew?
Smiles.
Yes!
Nods enthusiastically, and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Oh, yeah. Alright. I don't remember picking this up. That I remember. Alright, but for now, I think I'm gonna leave it off here, because I'm starting to get tired. Let me see, is Enna still streaming tonight? Let me check. Because if you want, I could send you to my V-sister, assuming she's still streaming. Nope, not anymore. What about Akumako? Yep, she's still streaming Dark Souls. Alright, I'm gonna leave her link in the description if you want to go follow her, just tell her I sent you. With that note, I'm gonna be calling it for tonight. This has certainly been fun though. Thanks for having me. Thanks for participating in chat. I got some links I need to search up thanks to chat, and I'll do that maybe tomorrow, because, like I said, I'm tired right now. Like, my brain's fried. But anyways, tomorrow I actually have 2 collabs. One with, my new friend Yuzu. And, of course, we're still doing, Dying Light with Godzapper tomorrow evening. So make sure to watch that. But anyways, here's a friend of mine. Go talk to her. Tell her I sent you. Sending the link in the chat now. But anyways, good evening to everyone. Hopefully, we'll pick this up again soon enough. See ya.